Hi there everyone, this is Nicole from the Art Center, Burlington, and I thought I would come on and do kind of a short tutorial or art prompt on using watercolors and a fine point marker and doing a really simple watercolor painting. Try and put it up here where you can see. So I've started doing some markering on this particular one. But super easy to do. So this is kind of the idea for today's prompt. I am simply using student grade Prang watercolors. Sorry, there's a piece of tape there, but Prang watercolors are probably my favorite as in terms of a teacher. When I was a teacher in the schools and even just for at-home simple use. If you are not a big watercolorist, you're starting out, if your kiddos have some at home, hopefully they've got, even the Crayola ones work, but I love Prang. The colors are really vibrant. They last a long time. And so they're kind of my favorite ones to do. So they are my go-to. You can obviously use the lid for some color mixing and so forth, which we might do a little bit of. And then the paintbrush that I use is honestly the one that comes in the case. They're just super easy to use. And then you just need a little container of water and a paper towel to dry off your paintbrush a little bit. Watercolors are such that they're not like acrylics where you're going to scoop up paint with acrylic paint and paint it on the surface. With watercolors, you need water. You're going to use quite a bit of water with it. And swipe it over the top of the paint. You're not going to try and gouge out the paint out of the container. You will load up your paintbrush plenty with just a little bit of paint. So I'm going to start with one flower, and you can thin out or you can lighten your, I shouldn't say thin out, but you can lighten the color of your flower by adding more water to it. So I simply did a little yellow flower and filled it in. I might do another one in another color that you can see a little bit better. Same basic little idea. So it almost looks like a little tulip or a little bud in a way. So I'll create another one so you can see how I did that. And so I literally started out with just a little U shape and cleaned off. Took a little bit of the paint out of my paintbrush. I didn't dry it. I just tapped it on the side of my water container. And then just kind of filled that in a little bit. I just pulled some of the paint from the outside edge and brought it in. And I'm going to clean out my paintbrush a little bit more and fill it in just a little bit more. So just kind of a real simple little idea. I don't know my flowers very well, so I'm going to be stuck here a little bit, but I think they're hyacinths, and they're kind of a purpley color. Where it's that, I did it on here, but I did purple and yellow. It's almost like a little stalk. You can do just a single color. So I'm just kind of doing, let's see if I can hold this up without it running. I'm doing just some little purple buds, literally just laying the paintbrush down on its edge and creating some of those little guys. And you can always add in a little bit of blue into it. I did yellow on the other one. This one I might do a little bit of blue. Woo! As it flies away. Okay. And then for a couple of stems, this is where you can use the lid a lot because the green is really bright green. Not at all kind of what you would think of as being green for a stem of a flower. So I might grab some green, a little bit of yellow, and even a touch of brown to make more of an olivey green sort of color. And create some very basic little stems. Just super basic, super simple. So then this would need to dry a little bit. And it doesn't take long. You can set it off to the side and let it dry. If you have a fine point black marker, or even a dark color, it doesn't actually have to be black. I happen to have at my house, I think I found it out of a drawer. It's actually a calligraphy marker. It's not even meant for what I want, but it's gonna work because I don't have a fine point marker at my house. So, like I said, I started a couple of these, and by adding in just almost like some outlining, and you could do this with like the actual color that your flower is. So if you've got like these flowers that I'm doing now are purple, if I had a purple marker, you could outline it in some purple, and it just helps to add kind of another dimension to your art. By the way, I think I forgot to mention, I'm doing this on cardstock. You can purchase it in a ream at Walmart. You can buy it at Target. You can buy it any place. It comes in large packs, and this was 8.5 by 11 paper that I just cut it in half. So it's a half sheet. You could even go so far as folding it. If you folded it, you could make your picture and you make some really great little cards with it. So I'm just kind of going through. And added a little bit of detail to those flowers at the end. Now I can go through and add in even some more things, but this is just kind of a basic to kind of give you hopefully maybe a little bit of inspiration to do what you'd like to do, and make some really great, you got Mother's Day coming up here awfully soon, so it'd be a great way to make some cute little Mother's Day cards. Again, not difficult. Make some circles, make some oval shapes, some really basic oval shapes for some flowers, and add your markering on top, and you've got some great little designs. So I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll talk again soon. Thanks.